Welcome back to our Programmatic SEO tutorial series. In the previous videos, we introduced our golf courses project and showed you how to obtain groups of targeted keywords to create top-ranking content using Programmatic SEO techniques. In this video, we're going to continue our golf courses project using Programmatic SEO by cleaning our data. This is an important step in any Programmatic SEO project, as it ensures that your data is accurate and consistent before you start generating content. Data cleaning is the process of identifying and correcting errors in your data, filling in missing data, and normalizing your data. Normalizing your data means ensuring that all of your data is in the same format and that it is consistent with industry standards. This is important because it will make it easier for you to analyze and optimize your data for SEO excellence, and to generate high-quality content from it. In this video, you'll learn how to identify and correct errors in your data using various techniques, such as data validation and data matching. Fill in missing data using a variety of methods, such as imputation and manual entry. Normalize your data by converting it to a consistent format and by removing any outliers or anomalies. Prepare your data for import into WordPress by exporting it to a CSV file. By the end of this video, you'll have a clean and well-organized dataset that is ready to be used to generate high-quality content for your golf courses website. So, let's dive in.
Okay, so before we dive in and start the import process in WordPress, most of the fields in this database don't have a description. There's other fields as well that don't have information, but we can get to that in the template. But description is going to be quite important. So what I've done is a very quick Python script just to show you how it could be done. And there's going to be a bit of code in this, but it's more for an example so that you could take this to a developer or figure out how to do this with Excel. You can concatenate the columns to create your own descriptions or to try and fill in blanks in the data to make it more usable. So this script, basically, what I'm trying to achieve is to create a description for all of these and also combine the course reviews. So for here, we've got all this information on course ID 2 about the ratings. So the length of the championship course, the length of the middle course, the forward and the other, and the slope. I'm not even sure what that is, but we can figure that out as we're writing the template. So I want to get this information into one table so that when we import it to WordPress, it's available in this golf course table. So this script does that. So it basically opens up the courses and the ratings. It fills in the blanks, which is really just a sort of concatenation function here that will build us a description based on what information is available. If we have information about how many holes, we include that. If we have information about the year it was built, we have that, add that in. If we have the designer, name of the course designer, we can add that in as well. And then when we run this, it will output a new database table that I can then export to CSV. Again, a developer can do this for you very quickly. This is less than 100 lines of code, and most of it was written by GitHub Copilot, which is AI. I didn't write most of this. One thing I did want to highlight very quickly is this thing here, ratings to list. So in the table here, we have multiple rows per course. So to add it to our golf course database, I want to create a list and I want to store that in just one column for one course. So what I'm doing is basically creating a JSON, which is a list of data, and I'll just run the script and then you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're just going to run this script. Off it goes. Done. So now, back in here, if we refresh this, I've got a new courses table. And what I mean is, so all the descriptions are now filled with our templated description. And then the last row here It's a bit codey, but this is basically a list of the ratings for the course if it's available. So what I can do in WordPress is expand on this if it's available and use a small amount of code to loop over these to add them to the page content. So it's just another extra way to sort of make the data a little bit more usable for people. And I'll show you how I'll use this later. And again, this is sort of just an extra of how I would try and do something a bit different to what everybody else is doing with their data. So in the next video, we're going to dive into the import process in WordPress and get this site rolling.
In this video, we showed you how to clean your data for a programmatic SEO golf course project. We covered everything from identifying and correcting errors to filling in missing data to normalizing your data to preparing your data for import into WordPress. Now that your data is clean, you're ready to import it into WordPress. In the next video, we'll show you how to do this using the WP-CSV plugin. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more tutorials on programmatic SEO and WordPress website creation.